Y'all be supporting day one people, you know what I'm saying? Real humans, real individuals in this room right now and watching from home
Real humans,
with
nobody.
stories just like I
I was
got.
gonna say this side at the
Oh,
bottom.
No security nowadays, I'm with gang. Put a pause on the lifestyle, I grew up and changed lanes.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Y'all already know what the deal is, man. If you were here last night at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific time, if you were here, we were here on the Discord. We had a great time. Everybody was chilling on out. We watched the entire stream of Baby Keem's listening party, man. And, you know, to me, honestly, watching it, I was thoroughly amazed, man. A lot of things that we saw in that listening party was just unconventional, right? To what a listening party is. I mean, he made the listening party like an actual concert. It wasn't a listening party like I honestly expected something simple. They made it like an entire concert where he performed the whole entire album. And I think that was a dope move. I think it was dope. The visuals were amazing. The staging and everything that they did, listen, A1, man. So shout out to Baby Keem for that. I got my favorites right now, man. Y'all ready? Listen. I got my favorites. I'm gonna tell y'all what I like, what I didn't like, and we can go from there, man. All right, so as we know, the album slated to have 12 tracks, and that's one of the things that we figured out as we were going through the listening party, is that one of the tracks didn't make it. If you don't recall, there was a track on here called Tubi featuring Shay E. Crew, and it seems like that changed, and Shay E. Crew was featured on Dramatic Girls. Now, I don't know the details of why Tubi wasn't included. I don't know, man. I don't got that information, but we were kind of contemplating that maybe it was a sample thing and a sample didn't get cleared, or maybe they just decided to scrap the track. Who knows, man? It could be anything. We ain't get no explanation for that, but maybe we'll get one at some point. Who knows, man? But as you can see here on my YouTube music, man, I got No Security as the first track, and I thumbs up that one. I think No Security was a dope intro. I love the sample. That was a dope cut. I wish that shit was longer, bro. Not gonna lie. They could have made that song longer, but I get it. It's an intro, and you know, intros ain't meant to be full songs, I guess. But yeah. So then we went over to Casino. So Casino is the album theme track. Casino is one of the tracks that he played on the documentary. I think it was documentary 2 where he played this song, and that shit knocked, man. Personally, it's one of those cuts that I think I'm gonna play at the gym. It's gonna be on my gym playlist. Now, Birds and the Bees, I think Birds and the Bees was a good cut as well. It's a laid back track, you know, and Baby Keem is on this basically just being Baby Keem. I think this is one of the tracks where you get like that Baby Keem, vintage Baby Keem sound, right? I feel like on this album, Baby Keem is showing people a different version of himself, but this is like the track where he kind of revisits himself. For the fans that are really into Baby Keem, I think this is an important track for them because this gives you that Baby Keem sound. Baby Keem says, when I tell you that I'm boo, I ain't never coming back. Like, so shout out to Baby Keem, man. Then I got Good Flirts, which I'm gonna tell y'all honestly is probably my favorite song on the album. Good Flirts, to me, I think Momo Boyd sounds amazing on this track. Momo Boyd actually showed up at the listening party. She was sitting with Baby Keem when they were playing this track. And listen, man, I think this is probably my favorite song on the album, man. I think this is a good cut. I like the song. I like the concept. I know the talk surrounding this, and everybody's gonna be talking about this because it just is what it is. Everybody's gonna talk about this line right here. Kendrick Lamar references Young Thug's viral jail call with Mariah the Scientist on Baby Keem's new album, where he said niggas love too. Should I gossip with my bitch like I'm Young Thug too? So everybody, you know, that's gonna be like a topic of discussion for that specific song, which is expected. I mean, I'm not naive to the fact that I know like people are going to use this as a point of conversation. But listen, man, a conversation is a conversation and it brings eyes to the album. It is what it is, man. But here go what I will say. I will say that Kendrick can definitely be trolling here. Like, because people are taking this as a Young Thug diss. To me, I'm taking it as shit. I do that shit too. Again, they might, dig in on that. I think people are gonna pay attention to that, and that's gonna be the topic of conversation. And you know how I know Kendrick is trolling? Because if you listen to that track as well, you could hear how Kendrick even starts the song when Kendrick says,
I never knew a love like this.
I never knew a love like this. Who did we just hear that from?
I never knew a love like. as do I.
I'm just saying, man, you can't put that shit past Kendrick. I think Kendrick trolling on that and whatever. But again, in terms of the project, amazing project, you know, so far. And I think it's dope. Money, I like House Money. House Money is the track that he has with Kendrick Lamar on the hook.
Pussy.
Yeah, that. So on I Am Not a Lyricist, you know, we were saying in the live that this was giving Andre 3000 vibes.
My auntie making love to the ice cream man. A child with the wolves, every day I am.
The way Keem is flowing on this is different, but it's an in-depth flow, you know, where Keem is basically talking about his upbringing. You know, he says, my mom gave me a keyboard when I was 12. And, you know, if you watch the documentary shows you, you know, baby Keem and when he started working on music and how focused he was on that music. They said that baby Keem was going to be more in-depth, and that's what he's doing. He's giving people a look into his life, and the music definitely goes right along with the documentary. Now, Sex Appeal, man. Sex Appeal with Too Short. I didn't check that off because I don't think I was too much of a fan of this track. It didn't really do it for me, but maybe I gotta listen again. I wasn't feeling that one too much. Even though Too Short's on it, you know, legendary Too Short. I mean, it just wasn't my thing, man. It wasn't my thing. Now, on Highway 95 Part 2, you know, Baby Keem talks about Highway 95 and how, you know, when his grandma passed away, he just got on 95 and that was his escape.
You know, my grandma passed away last year. There's a celebration tonight for her.
So Highway 95 is a good track to get that insight. Once you have that backstory, you kind of understand the music a little bit more. And this is Highway 95 Part 2. So dope cut. And Circus Freestyle, another classic Baby Keem flow on Circus Freestyle. That was another track that I thought was dope. Baby Keem is rapping on this like Baby Keem.
Burning out in traffic going bonkers. 992 Boogie Monster. Nigga, whole time. Nigga, whole time it was us.
So for those that are super Baby Keem fans, that track right there will make you happy. Now, Dramatic Girl is a different sound. It's a different kind of song. And this one has Shea Crew. I don't know if it originally had him and they just switched him off of Tubi to that. I don't know. But he's on Dramatic Girl. I like the song. It's a cool song. It definitely has its occasions for it. I can hear it in a movie. I checked it off because it's a track that I want to revisit and I want to play again. But that one is definitely a different sound. Now, the last track, the track that closes it out, No Blame. And on this track, this is a very deep track. This is a very emotional track on the album. Probably one of the most emotional ones. And this is kind of like, almost feels like closure. Like Baby Keem is closing, you know, a chapter where basically talking about not placing blame on people like his mother.
I don't blame you, mama. You was walking the streets alone. You couldn't shake the trauma.
I think this track right here is one of the tracks that definitely allows you to hear the struggle and the hurt that Baby Keem has gone through in his journey. And we all have those moments, man. But, you know, artists are blessed with the ability to basically use music as therapy, talk about these kind of moments and allow other people to hear it and relate to it. And I think that's therapy within itself. So it's always a blessing for artists to be able to use their voices and, you know, just share their stories, because there's people out there who could benefit from their stories. Now, that concluded the album with 11 cuts. And again, y'all, I think the album was dope. I enjoyed the album. Another person who showed up on here was RDC World's, you know, Desmond Johnson. If y'all know Desmond Johnson, he's with RDC World. He was the one that did the Drake skit. Who's the Mo? He played Drake on the skits. And these guys, man, you know, they tapped in and look for him for being on this intro, man. He was on this intro and he actually was able to get on stage with Baby Keem doing one of the performances. So shout out to them, man. Shout out to RDC World, man. Definitely dope album, dope cuts. Everything is great. I mean, again, they're going to talk about Kendrick Lamar's line. They're going to say it's a jab to J. Cole, and they're going to call it a jab to Young Thug. I mean, it is what it is, man. These are lines in the song, and listen, to me, I say dope project. I literally checked off every single song on the album except for one. And we're talking about 11 tracks here. So I would say that's a very good showing. Now, I'm going to listen to it throughout the week, and then we're going to know, you know, how this really sits. But honestly, right now, I say this is an amazing project. Dope project. I think Keem did his thing on this, and I think they handled this masterfully. Dope listening party, live stream, you know, able to play all songs and just get this thing going through. Now, here go to one thing I do want to end this on, because you know there's niggas out there that's gonna be mad, man. And one of those people that's mad and crying all over social media is this guy, man. What's the dirt, man? This guy over here crying about this shit. So he said Baby Keem and PG Lang straight copied Drake's screaming concept, the culture. You can't fake influence. Shut your First of all, let's get this straight, man. Baby Keem and PG Lang, if you want to say that they copied, they basically showed this how to do it. Because for somebody to complain about somebody copying a concept that they basically failed at and still have yet to drop an album, I don't know what the fuck they're on. I mean, if we talk about Iceman 1, right, when he was out there with the guns and all this other shit, doing this ice shit, man, I mean, come on, man. We talking about a stream where he drove down the street and a fan called him a bitch.
So where? So what then? So what then, big dog?
Don't look away now.
Pussy.
We're talking about a streaming concept where Drake is literally performing the song with a backtrack. Like, what are we talking about, man? Baby Keem got on stage and performed these songs with no backtrack. And you want to make comparisons and talk about a concept, a streaming concept? Listen, man, if somebody shows you how to do that shit better, it just is what it is. I mean, you the GOAT, right? You the GOAT, right? This should be your concept. It should be in the bag. Nobody should be able to duplicate this, right? I just know they're always going to find a way, always going to find something to be mad at. It sounds like they're just mad that they came out and did this shit better, bro. I'm going to keep it real with y'all, man. I mean, call it what you want. The Iceman episodes always ended up being jokes, or it was something for somebody to, you know, dissect and talk about what did Drake do here and why did he do that there. Like, it's, you know, all that shit is cool, but when you're doing a rollout, this ain't the time, dog. And I think, honestly, Baby Keem showed y'all niggas how to do it, man. Y'all niggas upset. Deleted posted. Let's see what Deleted posted. He said, on February 11, 2016, Kanye West famously debuted his album, The Life of Pablo, during combined fashion show, Yeezy Season 3, and listening party at Madison Square Garden. The event was live streamed on Tidal and in select theaters, drawing over 20 million viewers and marking a major shift in how albums are released. See, this is why you don't go talking out your ass online and go complaining, oh, bro, it copied the concept. Fuck out of here, man. Like, what we doing, man? Oh my God, they copied the concept. They died. Oh, crying ass, man. Like, damn, you're just in here crying all fucking day.
I would never like it.
All day crying, bruh.
You acting like a little bitch right now.
Examples. Weeknd did it too. Here it goes again. So Kanye famously live streamed the debut of his 10th studio album, Donda, through a series of massive listening events on Apple Music in 2021. These events were notable for being held at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta and Soldier Field in Chicago, where Kanye lived during the finalization of the album. So I don't know what they trying to say they copying. I wonder if it's the documentary 1, documentary 2. If you're trying to compare that to Iceman, you're out your fucking mind, bruh. You're trying to compare that to Iceman episode 1 and 2? Drake's a bitch. Like, that shit is nothing in comparison, man. This man is literally documenting and talking about his whole entire life and his upbringing. If we want to watch a documentary on Drake doing that and we want to hear about fucking tuna bagels,
why couldn't you just got me that sandwich?
Because the lineup was incredible.
What's this?
we don't want to hear that shit, man.
That shit is fucking trash, dog. Get the fuck off the airwaves.
Oh, come on.
Do y'all really want to hear about Drake's upbringing? Do y'all want to hear how good he had it? Let's be honest here, man. Some people might relate to that. Some people might find that okay, but there's nothing moving about it, man. I'm sorry, man. Maybe, you know, being a child actor and complaining about a tuna bagel, not enough, bruh. And this is why Drake cannot do this. So to say that Drake is copying something that he cannot do is just crazy, man. Drake can't do this shit, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It is what it is. He ain't got the story for it.
So we don't have the capacity.
And there you go again. Kanye West, Ty Dolla $ign debuted their collaborative album Vultures 1 through live stream listening events. So, you know, people always gonna talk out their ass. You know, it said the beginning part of this stream was directly inspired by Drake. Direct, no debate, facts. So he's talking about the beginning where Baby Keem is walking through Vegas. So Baby Keem is hanging out in front of, I don't remember what he was hanging out in front of. The police alerts him. He gets up, he moves. He walks by Dez. Dez is doing the shit in front of whatever place he was at. And he walks into the venue where he's going to perform. And somehow that's inspired by Drake. Listen, man, I think at this point, I think you're an idiot if you think these guys are inspired by anything Drake does. If anything, if they literally were thinking about Drake when they did this, they were trolling the nigga, man. I mean, let's stop being naive here, bro. Let's stop being naive here. To say inspired is just crazy. Just say they was trolling the fuck out of Drake, bro, if that's what you want to say. We already knew they was going to spin this. They was going to find ways to make this about Drake. And here goes how they did it, man. You know, it is what it is, man. I'm telling y'all, man, if anything, they trolled this nigga, man. And when you get trolled, you just going to keep getting trolled, man. They going to keep doing this shit. And they going to do it how they feel like doing it, man. But to say that Drake created this format is just crazy. If Drake wants to be an inspiration, tell Drake to talk about his actual life. How about that? Can Drake talk about his actual life, like his real life? Let's not the shit that he found and developed, friends he made along the way. No, nigga. Talk about his real life. Let's see him copy that. Oh, okay. We gonna wait.
Fun to do bad things.
Take off the short nail, take off the dope, take off the boat,